Welcome back to the luxurious indoor aquaponics studio here at Homestead Aquarius. Let us now go in here and turn on a little light. Get a little more light on the subject. See what we've got here. Look at them. They are doing fantastic and loving life in here. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Now, you see right through there? Yeah, let's take the lid off this thing and see what all the fuss is about today. See what I'm going to show you. Now, I showed you this very simple way of getting your cutting started. This happens to be a purple sweet potato or a rare sweet potato of some kind. When I say rare, you can find them, but they're hard to find. This is from one of the ones given to me by one of my Filipina gardener friends. Her mother got this from Japan. It's one of the varieties of Okinawan sweet potatoes they've got out there. So anyhow, what we've got is the bottom of a styrofoam cup with a single hole there. But now you see I've got leaves on top. I've got roots on the bottom. Now, I'm going to have to cut this out, cut down the side of it, and I didn't like that. That's going to tear up my little thing here, or tear up the roots, or tear up the leaves. So I thought about something else, and I'm going to show you that. I brought in a little bit of that salvinia. We'll keep a watch on that and see how fast it grows in here. I've got the lemon balm cuttings I wanted to start. Now see, why do I choose lemon balm? Because it's easy. It loves to grow, and it's one of the herbs that you can grow inside your home very easily in something as simple as this. And again, you can use tadpoles. You can use fish. Doesn't matter. Let's see what the temperature is in here. It is a little cool in here right now. A little cool. That'll be all right. Everything in there is pretty hardy. Let me show you this. Let's see. Let's put the lid back on here. I won't be able to one-take this. All right. Now here's what I've done. I actually just used 1 cup in order to do this. Just one of those. Looky here. You see this? See those concentric rings? I just cut the styrofoam cup and did one of these numbers, right? You've seen those telescopic cups before. Pack them away for traveling. Well, something like this will let me do something really neat. Now this right here, I'm going to do some space saving in here. I'm going to start these, let's see if these will germinate. They should germinate quite well if they're going to. Rattlesnake beans are very tough. But you see these right here? This one is just a little bit smaller than the other one. They just kind of hang there. Well, you're going to like what I show you here, or maybe not. But we're going to see. See that? Well, that little space right there around the edges, in between them, that's what we're going to use today. I'll cut it off here and get this going. All right, hopefully we can do this in one take, and I'll show you just how easy it is. And hopefully it's not such a pain in the butt. Look at here. I like that. Can you get that? That concentric ring action. I love that. All right, let me pull this out of the way here. Okay. I'm going to take one of the cuttings. Now, I tell you, these things are not huge inventions or anything, just little things. And a lot of times somebody can take a little idea like this and make something bigger and better. It's about, spurring each other's little spark, right? And there's other ways there's so many ways you can do something, especially making little starts like this. Little things like this, I love, because you're taking what's available and going to be thrown away possibly, and you're using it as a resource and getting the most out of it. Take a little adjustment here. There we go. Just going to hold them. All you're needing to do is hold them up in the water. That's all. Now you see this right here, this little ring with all these little cuttings. It's perfect. Perfect, just like that. Now look here. You see that? You'll have to, if you want to do something like this, you just figure out how wide you need to cut it. It's just something nice and easy you can do inside the house. If you've got the trouble with you and the kids in the house for a long time and all of a sudden they're not in school anymore, you're looking for things like this. Maybe you're the teacher. Maybe you want to give your kids a little something different to look at. Now let's go in here. Let's take a drone flight. Well, let's take off the lid first. All right, there's the lid. It's off. Now we'll take a little drone flight here in the studio. It's a big studio. We'll just plop her in her right there. Boom. Just like that. See how it's floating there? Again, it's not much to this. You know what else we can do? We can take the beans in that little cup, and I put a little piece of paper towel in there, and we can go boom right there. Just a way to save a little bit of little space in a small space. That's right. Now look at there. Those cuttings are just fine floating there in the water. I got some beans there. We're going to wait and see if they germinate in this nice little warm tank. Got a sweet potato in there. What kind of things can you grow in something like this? An aquarium stays nice and warm inside your house year-round. You can have your own herb garden growing. You can make starts of all kinds of plants all year long inside an aquarium. And the fish, or the tadpoles in my case, will be feeding them. Now I'll tell you what, I said something earlier about we're going to put some frogs in a blender. So let me take this out. I'm going to show you why I'm going to put some frogs in a blender. You see, right now, that water clarity is pretty good, right? Let me take Joby out of the loop. Joby's helpful, but he gets in the way sometimes, too. Yeah, Joby, get out of there just for a minute. Thank you, sir, for all your work. Oh, the tadpoles. Little frogs, right? Well, frogs meet the blender. Now, the water clarity in here is pretty good. It's nice and clean until I go stirring it up and start blending everything together and hitting the rocks and freaking out the frogs and the fish. But you see all that? Well, when you've got that many little animals in a small space, they dirty up that water pretty good for a while. And what I want to do is make another little filter, a little quick filter, just to clean up, you know, the majority of those heavy things in there. That'll be for another episode to come later. So here we are from our aquaponics studio here at Homestead Aquarius. We're going to put that little thing right there back down in there. Let that lemon balm start rooting. Now you see this right here? That's a sweet potato. It's 3 days. 3 days from the time I put one of these things in, I've got roots started. Now this is about 5 or 6 days worth of growth. But in 3 days, if your conditions are right, you're going to see the roots starting to grow there, is what I would say. Well, look at that. Now see, I used a styrofoam cup, and I can reuse that many, many, many times till I get tired of it. All right? So I shot a little footage of my sunset, and I'll leave with that. But I'm going to tell you what, I appreciate you being here. And if this has inspired anyone to know that they can do something simple, do something that's fun, hopefully for you, that you and your children can go and do together in your own home. Learn something, the two of you, or the 3 or the 10, however many you got, then my job has been complete today. And whoa, wait a minute, hold on, where's my beans? We got to put the beans back in here. There we go, beans back in. Beans back in. Boom, there we go. So from the inside the aquaponics studio, I'm going to say goodbye. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time. And stand by for the sunset if you want to see that. And how about a look at sunset before I get done with the day here? It's so pretty. I hope you've got some beautiful sunsets where you are, and sunrises. I'll see you next time, right here on Homestead Aquarius.